What's good, guys? Just before the video starts, I will be doing a giveaway for 2 starter bundles at 100 subs. So if that would interest you, make sure to sub up, like the video, spread the love to your friends, spread my channel to your friends. You know what I'm saying? On 100 subs, a giveaway for 2 starter bundles. Also, I have made a Discord and I worked very hard on it. So if you do enjoy my content, consider joining the Discord. I would appreciate that a lot. Trying to build a community. And yep, onto the video. Yo, what's good, guys? So we got the tier list here. Now, I'm not gonna be too picky. Basically, the order is S plus, S, A, B, trash, and then support. I'm not going to put this in order. I'm just going to generalize it. So it's not going to be too picky in terms of order. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, let's get into the tier list. All right. So first, Law. I'd put him in S. He's still relevant. He's pretty mid now. I wouldn't even recommend going for him. I'd recommend just doing the Tengen portals. But if you have Law, he's still very usable. Very strong DPS. He's just very held back, in my opinion, by being a ground. But I'm not going to yap too much because we got a lot of units to do. So let's just keep going. Sunju, easy S+. Highest damage output in like the game, especially with his summon ability. Not too much talking on that, especially with Igris. Igris is also S+ unit easily. A very strong hybrid unit and has such high DPS. Broly, easy S+. No need to explain that. Sid, again, easy S+. One of the best units in the game. Nagumo, this is where I get very picky with Nagumo. Nagumo is either, if you have Crusader on him, he's S+. If you don't have Crusader, he's like mid. He's pretty like A tier. So I'll put him in S. That seems fair to me. He's like pretty weak when he does not have Crusader, but when he's Crusader, he's easily S+. So I'm going to put him in S. Anyways, let's keep going. Geto, easy S+. You like pretty much need him for almost everything in the game. He's a very strong air unit. Summoning unit that kills airs and grounds. AI, support. You need to get her. Not even debatable. Hiei. Okay, I'd put Hiei in A tier. I don't think Hiei is needed. I think he's good for early mid game, but he's not that good late game. Chaeyoung, I'd say S tier. She's very strong. She's very good. You can definitely use her in late game. But once you get like the strong units like Sunju and stuff, you're probably going to replace her. But she's still very good late game. Eno, B tier. He's only good for early game, mid to late game. You're probably going to switch him out for somebody else. Not very good. Shanks, support unit. Shanks is pretty weak. I wouldn't even recommend getting him. As much as I love One Piece, I'm a big One Piece fan. It's my favorite anime. It hurts me to say this. But Shanks is definitely one of the worst units in the game. He's only good for his Conqueror's Hockey stun, and even then, that's very weak. But anyways, let's go. Boo, I'd say A tier. He was good on launch, but by update 0.5 and like update 1, he's already starting to get out power crept. And even in the update, there's way better units to use. So I think Boo deserves an A tier. Toji, A tier. Again, he has bleed. He doesn't do too much damage, but the thing is he does bleed, which makes him very useful. That's a very strong thing to have, bleed. So bosses can't regen. But I still think he deserves A tier. He isn't anything too great. You know what? I'll bring him up to S tier. I think Toji's S tier just because that bleed is very, very good. Like, it'll helps a lot of people with bosses. Slime, I'd say... I haven't seen too much of Slime, but I don't think anyone's using her. So I'm assuming... I don't think Slime is that good. Pretty decent unit. Sort of like Hiei, like you're not really using him, but if you get him and you're like early mid game, by all means use him. But late game, you're not going to really see... I've never seen anyone use Slime Lord. You know what I'm saying? Slime Demon Lord. Heiso, S tier. Very good early unit. He's very cheap to max, and his passive is so strong where he gets infinite range. Very strong heal unit. Ichigo, I'm going to be generous. A tier. He's pretty mid. Probably the worst mythic in the game. Don't get him. Actually, yeah. One of the worst mythics is not the worst mythic in the game. But yeah. Speedwagon, easy, you must get him. Not even debatable. Xiao Ten, she's S tier. I'd put her S tier. She's very strong, especially for raids. Her DPS can be very high, especially with that dizzy passive of hers and ability. But Gojo, very meta. He has very good damage, and on top of that, he has very good his very meta support ability. Goku, S again. He's sort of like Heiso, very cheap to place, and he does like very good damage. He's a very, very strong early unit. You know what I'm saying? If you're like early game, you get Goku, you're set. You're gonna easily clear a story. He's very strong for that. Very cheap to place and shit. Next, Chonin, easy. Actually, I might honestly put him up to S plus. He's easily, in my opinion, the best air unit in the game. I'm not sure if I want to put him S plus or S. Ooh, this is difficult. I don't know if I want to put him S plus or S. Ooh, I'll put him S plus. I just think he's very, very strong. His burn and shit, he's very, very strong, Chonin. Like, holy shit, dude. Especially if you use him on Traitless Infinity Castle, he's so strong. Like, Chonin is a carry unit. Like, holy. Ant King, pretty mid. I'll put him A tier. He's not bad. He's not very good either. Just a mediocre unit. All these units are just mediocre. They're not necessarily strong or bad. They're either good, like they're mediocre. You know what I'm saying? Fat, hit easy S plus. He's very, very good. And unlike Nagumo, you don't need Crusader to still make him very strong. Once he slims down, he does a shit ton of damage. Very meta. Tengen. Now we get into the new units. Now, I've obtained all the units, so I'll tell you my honest opinion. Who deserves which one, okay? Tengen, easy S plus. He's a very strong ground unit. Yeah, his marble passive is also very strong. Easily like the second best unit in this update. Next, Doma. Daki, my bad, not or Doma, whatever her in-game name is. A tier. I'd definitely say she's probably weaker than Heiso. You know what? I'll move her up. My opinion, I'd still probably use Heiso. Her damage is just so low, but she does do bleed, so I guess she's still a good air unit to just pick up in general. But yeah, you could. She's definitely just a solid. She's just a solid kill unit. Nothing too much to her. Tanjiro, I'll put him in S as well. I think Tanjiro is fitting him at S tier. He's very good early mid game. Late game, you're probably not going to see him much because I think his damage just gets too low. But his passive where he gets like to 30k damage is very good though. Giyu, again, another S unit. He does very decent. He's very he does good damage, and he's very good at slowing. So any unit that slows will easily be a high rated unit because that's very valuable to slow down enemies. So Giyu is definitely gonna be an S. Same with him. He's also S. A lot of S units. He's also a very good unit to use. He has a very high damage output. Nothing unique, but he does have a very high damage output. Sweet Witch. Again, another S unit. She does very good damage. She does have a longer SPA, and she does have a lower range than I would hope for. But she does buff magical units. So just based off of that, and on top of that, she still does very good damage, and she's 4 placement. She easily deserves S. Rio, S plus. Not even debatable. She does very good damage, and she buffs your units, I think, every 30 seconds. She buffs your range, and she buffs your damage. I've done showcases for Sweet Witch and Rio if you want to see it. Rio is like a must-have get unit. Easily the best support in the game. She's insanely broken. Lloyd, best farm unit in the game. Get him. Get him if you can. He's very easy. He's just a legendary. Get Lloyd. Get Gilded on him, and you're set. Kaza versus Rengoku. I think nobody is shocked when I say they're the best unit in the game. They're still underwhelming for a Crusader unit, I think we all can believe. But still easily the best unit. They destroy. Just Kaza versus Rengoku. Just one of... Just them and Chonin can solo all of Traitless Infinity Castle. That's how strong they are. So just place one Akaza versus Rengoku, max him out, and just place Chonin just to kill the airs, and you easily clear it. That's literally what I did for all 75 floors. But yeah, this is what I would mostly choose for the tier list. I think this is pretty deserving. Maybe I can move Ichigo down to B tier. Maybe I can move some of these up to S. But honestly, they aren't even that... I wouldn't even do that. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good tier list. Again, though, this isn't in order. It'd be a headache if I have to do this all in order because they're all very unique and do different things and are better for different modes. So it'd be very difficult to put them in order. But this is just a generalization of where they all stand. If you mess with the tier list, man, thumbs up. If you don't mess with it, thumbs down. Give your opinions in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, deuces.